Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is my puppy diaries. This is like slightly weird because it's like my channel, but it's not my channel at the same time because it's like, I don't know, if you know, you know. Anyway, I'm making this video because it has come to my attention that I was sought out to be a part of a cult from a church called London ICC. And yeah, I've heard that many others have also recently got out this cult. Now, did I ever attend any of their services? Absolutely not. But I was recruited by one of their members 4 years ago. And so what I really actually want to start off by doing is basically stating what is a cult. So by definition, it's typically a small group of people who have somewhat of a devotion towards an ideology, a leader, or a faith group or whatever. And what they often do is they practice harmful practices, they isolate people, and basically a lot of what they do is just not ethical at all. But I'm pretty sure there's like a better definition of what a cult is, and so I'll probably say what that is. So it says here, just off of Google, a small group of people with intense devotion towards a leader, ideology, or belief system, often characterized by control, isolation, and potentially harmful practices. So basically what I said before. Yeah, so typically what these cults they look for in people are people who tend to isolate themselves, have mental health issues, have a great sense of needing to belong somewhere or anything of that sort. And basically if you don't fit the mold for that, they possibly would look for someone who wants power, control, anything of the sort. Again, there's a cult basically for everything that you could possibly desire. And for me, I kind of found it interesting how I was recruited to be a part of this cult, because by their definition, or by the definitions that, you know, cults typically look for, like the characteristics of people that they typically look for, I don't essentially fit the mold. But I guess that just means that they're quite desperate and that they're willing to take anyone, regardless of how difficult it might be for them to be integrated into the cult. So I got this list from Quora, which basically entails the characteristics that cult leaders or cult members typically look for when they're recruiting people. When people who join cults, they often share certain psychological, emotional, and social vulnerabilities. Some key characteristics include psychological factors, such as low self-esteem. Individuals who doubt themselves may seek external validation and guidance. Next is need for certainty. People uncomfortable with ambiguity may be drawn to groups offering absolute truths. High suggestibility. Those who are easily influenced or hypnotizable are more likely to adopt cult ideologies. Disassociation or escapism. Those prone to disconnecting from reality, whether due to trauma or stress, may find refuge in cult-like environments. Now for the emotional factors, it is loneliness or isolation. A lack of close relationship makes individuals more susceptible to a group offering belongings. Grief or major life changes. People exercising loss, divorce, or career setbacks may seek new purpose and stability. Desire for meaning. Those searching for a deeper purpose may be drawn to cults promising transformation or enlightenment. Now for the social factors, it's previous exposure to high control groups. So being raised in a strict or authoritarian environment may normalize cult-like behavior. Economic or educational disadvantage. Lack of access to diverse perspectives can make manipulation easier. Rebellious or anti-establishment tendencies. Some join cults as a way to reject mainstream society or authority. Now for prevention strategies. Critical thinking skills. Teaching skepticism and logical reasoning can help people recognize manipulation. 2. Strong social networks. Encourage deep supportive relationship reduces the need to seek belonging elsewhere. 3. Mental health support. Therapy and self-awareness help address emotional vulnerabilities. 4. education on cult tactics, awareness of recruitment techniques, love bombing, isolation, thought stopping makes people less susceptible. 5. Encouraging independence. Cults thrive on dependence, fostering self-reliance and decision-making skills is protective. So the protective strategies that I mentioned are basically the things that you need to have to make sure that you are not susceptible into joining a cult. So the London International Church is basically a branch of, I think, International Churches of Christ, so ICOC. Basically it was founded in 1979. The whole purpose was to basically bring back first century Christianity, and I think it was founded by some guy called Kip McKean. So the ICOC is also often referred as the Boston movement. Yeah, and it originated in the United States. So the London branch is a part of a global network of congregations that emphasize evangelism, discipleship, and a strict interpretation of biblical teaching. And so the reason why it's been labeled as a cult is because of how so many former members and sometimes even current members who have called out a lot of its controversial tactics. So one of the controversial tactics that obviously made people feel more inclined to leave was their high pressure recruitment. So basically the church is known for its aggressive evangelism tactics, including approaching individuals in public spaces like university campuses and public transformation to invite them to Bible studies. Another one of their tactics is discipleship system. Members are assigned to personal disciples who are responsible for guiding their spiritual journey. This system has been criticized for its intrusive nature, with reports of members being expected to disclose personal details and adhere to strict behavioral guidelines. Another tactic of theirs is mandatory attendance and activities. The ICC requires regular attendance at multiple church services and activities each week. Members are also encouraged to recruit new members, with their commitment often evaluated based on their success in the area. Another one of their tactics is isolation from non-members. There are reports that the ICC discouraging relationships with non-members, including family and friends who are not a part of the church. This practice aims to strengthen the community bond, but has been perceived as a means of control. These practices have led to concerns about the church's impact on individual autonomy and well-being. Former members have shared experience of emotional distress, manipulation, and coercion. However, the ICC disputes these characterizations, asserting that their practices are based on biblical teaching and that the community provides strong support and guidance for its members.